I'm Mark Andrews, I'm a professional wrestler from Cardiff, Wales. I'm 23 years old and I'm the winner of British Boot Camp 2. We're currently on day 2 of the British tour and what can I say, it's been amazing. From being in a band, you always dream of going on tour, and especially in front of a crowd of this calibre, in arenas or venues this big. So, although we're only on day 2, we've only had one show so far, it was amazing and the crowd were incredible. Travelling down in the tour bus was great. I'm really excited for tonight in Manchester and especially tomorrow in Wembley. That's going to be the one which is really special for me. I've got a decent fan base in London, and a lot of my family and friends are going to be there. I mean, it was great travelling around, me and the other 5 finalists, we were all having loads of fun, and it was great just travelling the US again. I've travelled the US a few times over the last few years on the independent scene, but doing it at this calibre was crazy. We had some funny stories. It's funny because my match against DJZ actually in the finals of TNA British Boot Camp, I very awkwardly and embarrassingly entered to the ring at the wrong time. Before my match, JB was announcing something to the crowd and seemed quite confused when I started making my way down to the ring. And then, with my tail between my legs, I had to awkwardly get back out the ring, go backstage, and do it all again for the cameras. Coming into TNA as a new guy, at the moment I'm just soaking it all in. There's so many experienced and talented guys around me, people who I've looked up to, for all my life essentially since I've started watching wrestling. It's nice being part of a bigger organisation and knowing that you're one piece of the puzzle which makes a good show. It's a real group effort here, and it's just great to see how an organisation of this size works so well, how productive it is. I can take a lot of inspiration from this and apply it to the independent scene whenever I work on the indies now, and I think it'll benefit me a lot. There's so many talented guys in TNA in general, but especially in the X division, especially in that type of wrestling, which I felt like, I've been looking up to for so long, been aspiring to do that type of wrestling. So I'm really looking forward to getting in the ring again with DJZ, I was getting in the ring with Austin Aries, and just guys like Loki, Tigre Uno, Sonata, Manic, the whole division really, and then hopefully guys like the Wolves as well. And it'd be great to live out my childhood dreams and get in the ring with guys like the Hardy Boys, Kurt Angle. So TNA is full of guys I'd love to wrestle. I'm hoping I can bring a lot to the X division, just innovation and creativity especially. I'm a lot smaller than a lot of wrestlers, even within the X division, and I feel like that kind of helps my uniqueness. So I started training 10 years ago with NWA Hammerlock in Cardiff. It was once a month at the time, and I was just urgent to get as much training as possible. Eventually that went to like a weekly thing in Newport, and then I started travelling up to Kent 3 times a year. It's like a 6-hour drive, and nagged my dad to drive me up there. And I started training up at wrestling camps up there with Zack Sabre Jr., Andre Baker, Johnny Moss, and they really kind of helped me develop my skills further. I was heavily influenced when I was younger by the likes of the Hardy Boys and all that Attitude Era kind of stuff. But then because I started wrestling so young, I was heavily influenced by the people around me as well, like my trainers. So Mike Bird, my trainer from Newport, and then Zack Sabre Jr., my trainer from Kent. As soon as I started training with them both, they had a very cruiserweight style, junior heavyweight style, and I just picked up a lot of their traits. There's a lot of talent on the UK scene, and I'm going to be biased by saying people who I'm friends with, like Pete Dunne, Flash Morgan Webster, Wild Boar. I love the Attack roster because I'm based in it and I think they're all great. Guys like Eddie Dennis as well, my tag team partner. But on top of that, you've got guys like Zach Gibson, great talent from up north, Andy Wilde, incredible talent from Scotland. But there's so much talent in the UK that I think the world should be looking at for the UK as a whole, really, but especially those guys, in my opinion. I think British wrestling is better than it's ever been at the moment, at least for the last 10-20 years. And right now, we have so much talent, and what we're looking for is a better platform. And that's all that Britain needs, but I think we're going to get there because Scotland are doing amazing things, all throughout England are doing great things. Wales is better than it's ever been before. There's so much talent, and things like British Boot Camp is helping show the world about that talent. And I honestly think we're on the verge of something great.